Freax. Oh, why'd you go and say that? Freax. The website was a mistake, yeah. Freax.
Folks, it's time for another episode of Twitter Freaks. Kind of a short one this week, I say, and now you're going to be able to look at the length of the video, and you're going to find out it's 45 minutes or something ridiculous, and I was totally being a 100% bitch. All right, let me explain to you what's going on here. A lot of stuff happened this week. Our good friend Lenine said sometimes, a year is more like a decade when you think about it. That's his classic quote. He didn't even say that. That quote is like not even remotely relevant to anything he said. It's like an extrapolation of a quote where he's like, yeah, we sure accomplished in just a matter of weeks what many people couldn't do in decades. And it's like, that's not the same as what you are saying, he said. Anyway, our good friend Lenine aside, let's talk about what happened in the news. First and foremost, Anita Sarkeesian is back, and not a moment too soon. Folks, I'm sorry. We've got to get woker. We've got to get woker. It's so much of our current predicament. I'm like, if we were just a little bit more woke, we don't have to go 2016 woke. We don't have to go like 2018 Latinx woke. We just got to get a little woker. And honestly, come back, Anita Sarkeesian. I was ride or die for Anita Sarkeesian for a long time. I've got the 24-month FemFreak fucking Twitch.tv founders badge, but I will tell you, what was always weird about it to me was that she was kind of made into this avatar of all things epically woke online, when in reality, she was just like wholly unequipped to do that. No disrespect to her, but it was like, Anita, you are now responsible for feminism online. And she was like, I just got out of college. Like, I'm going to do my best. The unfortunate truth of the matter is that she was 100% correct about everything she ever said. Total bargain bin, baseline level Fem 101 criticisms of stuff. And people were like, how dare you? How dare you say that shit? Honestly, Anita, come back. We need you. Someone give this brilliant book to all the puritanical angry moms who bullied payment processors into all but banning porn. The reason we have online payment processors is because of sex work. It was invented to pay for porn. Listen, at present, we've got a couple of individual sites like itch.io taking down anything that could remotely resemble a game that's a little too scary or a little too sexy for kids. And at the behest of Visa and MasterCard, there's one person holding their feet to the fire. And folks, it's not the quarter pounder, it's not Davis Arini. Whatever happened to all those guys? They evaporated into thin air. But Anita has returned to solve this problem. We will die for you, Anita. Don't worry. We will follow you into battle. Next up. I need him pregnant. Hey, so this is a really weird thing to say about someone who's minor coded. Weirdo. Hope that helps. That's a grown-ass man, lil bro. What are you talking about? SDYIYBT. He's not a minor, though? Ew? Oomph, that's disgusting. I'm so sorry. Nasty. Isn't that you, though? LMFAO. Oh, that's Jarvis Killam. WTF did I just watch? Okay, but I low-key agree with OP. Sorry. You follow, by the way. This is crazy? Girl, ignore them. People are so weird and insufferable. Holy fucking cornball, it's not that serious. Grok, is this true? And people wonder why the Genshin community is so hated. Just check their profile. They have Liney in bio. Hit tweet, follow for more bangers. I go Liney's back wrinkles, but no one will see this reply because it's at the bottom. Okay, I think OP's post was bad, but holy fucking shit. 0 out of 10 bait. This 97-year-old Twitter user rage baits the old-fashioned way. Labubu Dubai chocolate. Bro, just typing shit. Oomph, they cooking you for this, but you're low-key right. And it's another fucking series of posts. It's unbelievable. They did this for hours. Look at this. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God. I can only hope someday to be able to post like this. I just can't believe how good it is. Look at this. Holy shit. Oh my God. This is a fun afternoon for one person. It goes on like this for like ever, by the way. Oh, wait, we finally made it. Any pronouns, pride flag, and PFP. Many such cases. Here we go. I'm a tomato. Oh, man. Is that true? Oh, man. Incredible stuff. Next up. My mom and I are stumped. LOL, looks like someone's laundry day got way too wild. Laughing, crying emoji, soap, donkey, hashtag Shrek washing day. This is, I don't know how to describe it. This is the AI cadence. You all know what I'm talking about. You see posts on Twitter that like say something like this, and then they have 3 emojis and a hashtag, and you're like, No one can get it, by the way. This is my cracker ass tide. My cracker ass tide. Come on. You've never met a person from the South? My cracker ass tide. Next up. Okay, so you've all seen Will You Wear Wigs? I guess we should probably watch Will You Wear Wigs for this. So the short of this is, this is a bonus feature for Lord of the Rings. And Elijah Wood starts a video interview with his co-star, Dominic, what's his name? Who I think is Mary or Pippin, one of those 2 assholes. And he pretends to be on the other end of a like long distance line, a like Norwegian magazine author, and asks him all of these dog shit questions in broken English. And this one is unbelievable.
In the photo shoots you do with Vogue magazine and Cosmopolitan and Entertainment Weekly, Time magazine, your hair changes dramatically from short to long. Do you wear wigs?
No, I do not.
Have you worn wigs?
No, I have not.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
It's at this point that he figures out who it is. Maybe. So this is him talking about it years later.
So I rewatched it for the first time in a long time, and I don't know why I was so anti-wig.
No, either.
I was really resistant.
Yeah.
Will you wear wigs? Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you wear
First off, says it exactly the same as he did back then.
wigs? Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you wear wigs? No. I'm like so resistant.
And I'm like, I just spent 18 months with you. You wore a wig every day. What is your problem?
Why did he say when he said, "Did you wear wigs?" He said, "No, you did. Obviously, you did. We all watched Lord of the Rings. You had to have." But he was like, "No. Have you worn wigs? No. You've never worn wigs?" He's like, "I don't know what I was doing."
What is your problem?
I know. I don't know why.
I really appreciate Elijah Wood's presence. Ideally, the presence that Elijah Wood has in sort of movies and television is what should happen to every super gigastar. Is they're in one thing and they're like the biggest guy in it, and then they're in almost nothing ever. They just do little fun projects from then on out. Rupert Grint, kind of same philosophy. You see him every so often. He's not in everything. Fucking all the Harry Potter freaks. Daniel Radcliffe is like this. You're like, oh, he's in the Weird Al documentary. Okay, see you in 2 years. He's a director now. That's a great angle to go. Great angle to go. Next up. This post is so good. It's been 3 years since the divorce. Today, I walked into Panera for the first time since our spot. Without thinking, I typed in his number at the kiosk like muscle memory, and there it was. My name and order, still saved in his favorites. 3 years later, and a part of me still reaches for him. Do you think he ever reaches back? Or am I just holding on to a ghost that let go long ago? Plain bagel. Customizations. No unsliced, with sliced and toasted and one plain cream cheese spread. My favorite order. just a plain bagel with nothing on it. This is of course bait, but it's like a perfect post. It's so good. I mean, from stem to stern. Panera being our spot. Panera, and we'd go to Panera, and I'd get a nothing bagel. Really good, really good. All right, next up. All right, let's talk about things that are actually occurring. U.S. Department of Energy. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Say it with me, folks. Soy. Occupied government. I'm sick of this soggy ass government. What is going on? Literally coal posting. Fucking shit, dude. I just don't know what to say. Like, they're like pulling out fucking gay ass dress to impress memes to sell you on the rock that's destroying the world. Awesome. One fun thing I got to learn in like the energy derivatives class that I took is that largely people don't make coal plants anymore. Coal plants exist exclusively as a vehicle to get subsidies from the United States. Everyone knows that they will not function as a profitable enterprise into the future, either because things get so bad that we won't look to it for energy, or because we'll run out. Likely the former, possibly the latter, and it's also possible at any point that a new president would come in that will punish coal producers. So they just don't make coal power plants again. The ones that exist are like shell organizations that exist to take subsidies and produce nothing. So I don't know. I mean, here's more of that. We're giving them more money to do nothing. Fucking to and maybe that's for the best, because if they were doing something, they'd be making poison. I don't know, man. It's fucking. I don't know why. Like, the entire purpose of American government at this point is to like epically own the libs with memes. Be like, haha, we're putting lead back in the gasoline. Libs are going to be so mad about that. Now here's a meme that will make sense to those of you who play Dress to Impress. Like, it's just awful. It fucking sucks. I don't know. Like, who is this for? Like, the freaks on the right don't like this either. They don't like, they don't like this like sort of weird meme posturing. It's just for like 22-year-olds with NFT avatars that are like, what if JD Vance was in Roblox? I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. All right, next up. Restaurants should have a menu option called The Rat that lets you scurry around and eat leftovers that people won't finish. The waiter could ask guests if they'd like a box or if they'd like to send it to The Rat. Honestly, pretty good idea. I mean, health-wise, probably not workable. I would say probably completely unworkable when it comes to actually ensuring that people don't get poisoned. But it is really funny. Like, it is very possible that this could catch on somewhere in particular. Maybe at my house. Maybe I'll just send it to The Rat, and it's just me. I don't know. Okay, next up. Let's talk about Vegas. So Vegas is collapsing. This was kind of strange to find out. Things have gone from bad to worse in Las Vegas. June room revenue down 19%, July down 20%, travel down 13%. So the short of it is, one, people are just kind of getting more hesitant to travel. Me personally, I mean, I'm making decisions on what YCSs I go to based on, like, can I get there without having to leave the country type shit. But, like, if you live in, like, Europe, there's no chance in hell you'd want to come to Vegas for a vacation. Like, Jesus. They are trying. I do think this person's also kind of right that gambling was a boomer thing. That's why they're trying so hard, like FanDuel et al., to get the younger generation in on gambling. But even when they do, they are going to get the younger generation in on gambling on their phone. So these like betting parlors are getting kind of fucked on it. I don't know. It's very interesting. I know some people who live in Vegas, and they're kind of echoing the same sentiments. I guess we'll see, but As someone who lives in Las Vegas, the Strip is trying to pivot to being just resorts rather than gambling. Well, best of luck to him. Just make the slot machines a waifu game that you can only play in person. Oh, let me see if I can actually find it. What's the one? Slot machine Madoka. That's the one. Okay, so here's the Madoka Magica slot machine. First off, really strange to me that it exists at all, but let me know if this is something that you would use. So you put your finger on Madoka's finger, right? Leah Asimov, I would spend all my money on this. Ha! Next up. All right. The 10,000 IQ guy is back. So this week, Yonghyun Kim was posting about his 276 IQ once again. And he posted, my IQ has been certified by research paper. Linked to the research paper. He wrote the research paper. I am very smart. Citation, me. Honestly, beast mode. Very, very funny. Extremely good. Oh. All right, next up. Okay, let's talk about Shannon Sharpe. Is this the clip where he says it?
To a certain age and you still like them young.
Yeah, okay. So this is an unbelievable interview. If you have a chance, please go watch this video. This is Lil Yachty. By the way, has aged very gracefully. He looks like an uncle now. He looks like the fun uncle. He is interviewing Shannon Sharpe, and we are not going to talk about our brother Shannon Sharpe. I can't say the Dr. Umar stuff, but you all know what it is. So he's getting interviewed by Lil Yachty. And Lil Yachty kind of makes mention of the fact that Shannon Sharpe tends to prefer younger women. Okay, let's listen to this.
People like you, man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like
Yeah.
You like the same age girls I like. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
right.
when you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
Okay, so he's like, hey, you know? And Lil Yachty's like, oh boy, all right, I was trying to give you an out there. Let me try again.
right? Okay, and with that, you got to uphold a certain way because
He's like, okay, okay, that's fine, but you can't be preying on little girls anymore.
you can't be old and sloppy.
Mm-mm. You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
He's like, okay, no, that's not it either. So he gives him one more shot here. Watch this. Lil Yachty, by the way, incredible interviewer. He is giving him out after out after out.
Exactly. Or you're gonna get old and in shape. Women.
He says, no, then you're gonna get old and in shape. Women. As you get old, you need to be getting women who are both old and in shape. And he goes,
Yes. No. Guess you got
Exactly.
he goes, no. It's just, it's so fucking funny. He's like, please, dude, just pick up one of these.
So people like you, man.
And then he
y'all get
looks
to
directly at the camera. He's like, so.
age and you still like them young. You like
Yeah.
You like the same age girls I like. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
right.
when you
When
get to
you
a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
and with
okay,
that,
but with that-
you gotta uphold a certain way because you can't be old and sloppy.
Mm-mm. You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
Exactly. Or you're gonna get old and in shape. Women.
Guess no. Guess you got
Exactly.
I like he gets it immediately. He's like, women. No. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh man. I also, not for nothing, I like how excited he gets about young girls. He's like rubbing his hands together. He's like, ooh, can't wait for young women. And look at Lil Yachty. He's like, fuck. Oh my God. I'm trying so hard, man. Can you please, please, even if you're just going to go bang a bunch of 17-year-olds after this, just say you won't. Why do you have to say you will? It's unbelievable.
You got to
You got to
uphold
uphold it in a
'cause
certain
you can't
way.
be old.
You can't be old and sloppy.
Sloppy.
That's right. You can be one or the other.
You get one or the other.
No,
Young and sloppy
no,
or old and in
no.
shape.
You got to get old and in
Exactly.
shape.
You're
Women.
going to get old and in shape. Women.
No.
No. Oh man, he's so good. He's the best. We're not going to talk about our brother Shannon Sharpe. Of course. No, I can't say, but you all know. You all know the clip. All right, next up. My $1,700 energy bill. Oh! Oh my God. So this person quote tweets, they say, let me know if you need the method. $11 electric bill? Laundry, $3. Lighting, $2. Refrigeration, $2. Always on, $2. Entertainment, $1. Cooking, $1. So people are like, what are the methods? This person goes, crying, are you walking around with a lantern? You are not even wrong, is the worst part. He's walking around with candles and a lantern and a big silk cap that goes all the way down. When he snores, a feather goes up and down from his the air expelling from his mouth. It's awesome, dude. You know this lantern is solar powered, by the way. He wakes up and puts the lantern right outside. He lets it charge all day, and then he comes back in and this is how Jillian lives, by the way. I have no problem paying for a large electric bill because I fucking stream for a living, so all my lights are constantly blaring. But Jillian, she will turn on a light to go down a hallway, go down the hallway, then turn off the light when she's finished in that hallway. So you can track where she is by little of light. She like moves around the house like she has an active like fog of war on. Oh my God, but $11. Next up. This is so good. Okay, so for those of you who live in Europe, this is what it's like living in America. Bass Pro Shops at Clifton Park, New York, grand opening. Okay, I'm actually going to turn the sound off because it's going to get me DMCA'd. It's just this country song. So there's 10,000 people here for the opening of a store, local sports organization. Then they all come out. Yeah. And then we have a what appears to be the color guard is there. A bunch of people talk about the history of Bass Pro Shops. Then they all walk in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that's a fucking Bass Pro Shop. Look at that. Oh, my God. I will say, you go in one of these, and you kind of get it. Hooey! Yeah. Oh, American Excess. Man, now I want to go to like a Cabela's real bad. Oh my God. It's an event. Outdoor world. They still only let me in the Bass Amateur Shop. Ha ha ha. Fuck walkable cities. I want walkable stores. Oh man. All right. Next up. Some wholesome content for your timeline. This baby took her first ever steps to win the baby crawl race. All right, so look, they're crawling, and then she's like, "Fuck it, I'm getting up." And she's walking, and she's putting one foot in front of the other. She kind of stumbles a little bit, but she makes it, and she wins. Yay! All right, that's cute. That is also actually cheating. I'm sorry. Tweet's 100% correct. How is this not a disqualification? You want a baby disqualified? Yes. Can a baby not follow rules? Yes. Disqualify the baby. She didn't even need to cheat. She was already the front runner. Also, not for nothing. She took her first steps and she made it halfway across the Michelob Ultra Arena, stumbled once. I don't buy it. Those are not her first steps. First steps, she takes like 2 and then goes back to crawling. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I think it was planned. Next up. What the fuck is going on Twitter.com? All weekend, a bunch of white ladies throwing full Romans on my timeline. What's going on? Can't think of a better way to get attention? Fuck me. There's like 4 or 5 of these that are just role-playing, totally LARPing. Awesome. Really, you're super cool. Yeah. Also dog-momming it. You know, if you were at least living the tradcath lifestyle, you'd think you'd have a kid by now. I'm a nationalist for my fur baby. Disgusting Reddit-ass country. Look at this quote tweet, by the way. Just absolutely ethered. That can't be your last name. Come on. Haley McAnally? There's no way your last name is McAnally. Wow. These are just e-girls for the far right? I guess, man. I mean, I suppose. Well, at least we know how she likes it. That explains the lack of kids, exactly. Remember Pepsi ads, man? They used to advertise for Coke on this website. I hope that dog is gay. Damn. Next up. New poll among Jewish voters. Eric Adams, 25%. Andrew Cuomo, 21%. Curtis Sliwa at 14%. Jewish voters in New York are behind Eric Adams. Hold up. Let me do a little math. I think we're missing just about 40%. Were they all undecided? 25 plus 21 plus 24 is 100. No? 25 plus 21. No, of course you know what's happening, right? The Adams campaign is the funniest shit in history. I think they took a recent poll that shows Zoran is beating everyone else combined. And it's like, okay, all right, fine. Okay, I was concerned. I'm now a little less concerned. But the Adams campaign is still throwing out banger after banger after banger. This is one of the best follows on the website. Eric Adams for mayor. They are so fucking funny, dude. It's amazing. F in ethics. Zohran Mamdani laughed off for stealing a table in college? Oh my god! Oh no. Honestly, I've seen enough. Death penalty. Stealing a table? He must have gotten an F in ethics. Yeah, I read the headline, asshole. I would occasionally use the table in my room, you know, for the game with the red solo cups and a few ping pong balls. Not a drinking game, though, because that would be against the rules. So we played with water. Just as much fun with twice the hydration. Wait, is that... Sorry. Is it... What? What is that? Does that mean he stole it? I would occasionally use the table in my room. Oh! Use the not the table that is in his room. I would occasionally use the table at issue inside my room. Oh my god. Campus security caught him taking a folding table into his dorm to play beer pong. I can't believe we're letting these people into our nation, let alone running our most prosperous cities. Just a quick question. Has there been any similar, I guess I would say, theft or corruption with any of the other candidates? It's got to be a no, right? It's really funny to be like, well, one of them can't stop molesting people, and the other one took $10 trillion from the government of Turkey for nefarious purposes. But this guy played beer pong in college, so who can say who's the worst? Oh, man. Sorry, water pong. This is such an amazing like like college lie, by the way. Well, of course, beer pong would be against the rules, so we played water pong. As I said, it's soup from my family. Me personally, I was always studying in college. I never played anything resembling beer pong. I will tell you my one fun beer pong story. I think the statute of limitations has probably expired on this. So, one time I was at a party that had both undergraduates. This was in undergrad, so like had like freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, right? And seniors, of course, are old enough to drink. And so what we had done was, this was in a house owned by the college, but it was an off-campus house that was that some seniors lived in, and they had like 15, 20 freshmen, sophomores there after a musical that we were all in. And the plan was, we were all having fun. We were playing beer pong. If it got too loud and there was a noise complaint called, the seniors would lock us all in the kitchen, which was 2 consecutive rooms, and they would answer the door, and they'd be like, "Is there a party going on?" And they'd be like, "Yes, there is. We're having a party. It's all us seniors who can legally drink. Sorry if we got too loud. We'll quiet it down. Our mistake." First off, great idea. Really good idea. And they were theater kids, so they were damn good actors, right? So, worst comes to pass, it does get too loud, and the situation comes up. And so we execute the game plan. They lock us in the kitchen, which has a back exit as well. And so they answer the door, and they're like, "Yeah, we got a noise complaint." They're like, "Sorry, we are having a party. It's just us. You know, we'll keep it down." And the guy goes, "I'm not buying it." And we go, "Uh-oh." And so me and a couple of the other like freshmen, sophomores try to sneak out of the back where there is an exit. We walk out, and there is a second police officer there. And he's like, "Hey, how are you all doing?" And I was like, "Oh no." And the police officer at the time didn't know that we were not of age. The first police officer at the front goes, "Hey, come on back around." And the guy sort of starts walking back around. And I look, by the way, Danny, Leah, and Jillian are all at this party. And I look at Jillian and I go, "We gotta go." And her and I and about 2/3 of these freshmen and sophomores bolt the fuck out the back door, like, and we're running, and they don't chase after us, so I'm feeling good. And we're going crazy sicko mode, like I'm running very fast. And we run to another off-campus house, and we get in and we go put on Hercules, and they put on a movie, and they started in the middle. So we have an alibi if the police come up, right? Didn't come to the house. We got off scot-free. Perfectly executed, all right? Except Leah was like, "I will not disobey the police. If I am to be arrested here, so be it." And we were like, "What are you, stupid?" And it like ruined like a semester of her college experience. She was like put on probation, and like her family found out, and they were like, "I can't believe we're paying all this money for you to get drunk." And like, yes, obviously you are. What did you think was going to happen? And she had to like write apology letters and attend a couple of classes that were like, write "I will not drink underage" on like a blackboard or something. It was crazy. And the whole time we'd talk to her about it, and she'd be like, "I should have just run." So she was like, "I should have fucking run." That's Prague playoffs, Leah, by the way, not Asimov. It's so funny. All we had to do was outrun one, not even a cop, a campus police officer. Those guys, I mean, they cannot move with any sort of reasonable speed unless there is a slight incline and someone has given them a push. All right. Oh my God. And it also, by the way, it's like the prisoner's dilemma double lost time rules thing. It jeopardized the seniors too, because if we had all run, they would have been like, "Oh, don't know who they were. Anyway, we're the only ones drinking." But instead, they were like, you are harboring underage children, are you not?" Oh man. Where's playoffs Leah anyway? She's doing good. She's around. God willing, she's moving to the state soon. We'll start a content house. All right, next up. I just had to highlight this queso bit. Am I going to have to start watching queso? Listen to how good this bit is.
This is the sound of Chris, never mind. No, this is the sound of Chris Redfield's boots echoing in the halls as he comes to unlock my cage and punish me for barking too loud while he's trying to sleep.
That's so good. Was that off the dome? That's incredible.
This how I know he's coming to punish me for barking too loud. He's bringing his belt with him.
I got to start watching queso. I thought he was just another one of these fuck ass like Aiden Ross style streamers that just does nothing all day. That is beautiful. Holy shit, that's so good.
He's gonna beat me with a belt.
This is the sound of Chris Redfield's boots echoing in the halls as he comes to unlock my cage and punish me for barking too loud. Oh man. Queso is an amazing variety streamer. You should watch when he walks around his farm because he's rich and he lives in the Midwest. He just owns animals after they retire. I will say the thing about Queso, Moist Critical is like this too, is they live the rich person's life that I would live. A lot of these kids, the FaZe Clan guys, everything they buy is like a totally performative, like stupid fucking thing for stream. But like Moist Critical and Queso, they will just buy the shit that I would buy if I was rich, which is like, you know, a racehorse that they were gonna just like put out to pasture, and he was like, I'll just take it. Like, why not? And he just hangs out with them. He like walks around. He's like, oh yeah, why not? Critical, he's like, yeah, I bought like a basketball court and I use it to keep Yu-Gi-Oh cards in it. I'm like, great. That's what I would do. Like, why do I give a fuck about, supercars or shit like that? Me, I want stupid shit like that. I would want to be like, well, give me a horse. I maybe sometimes I want to hang out with a horse. Why not? I don't know. Maybe I will start watching Queso. He seems like an interesting guy. Like this one, just an incredible bit. Next up. All right, more Grok. Valentine is now rolling out. Here's what he sounds like.
Valentine. I'm the guy who turns a quiet night into a story worth telling, chasing sunsets, sparking conversations that stick with you. Lived enough to know what matters, still young enough to bet it all on the next big thing. What's pulling you in right now?
It is awesome that like they were like, yeah, so for the female one, we made like Misa from Death Note. We made like an anime lady you can fuck. And they're like, shit, we got to make like a sexy person for the women too. But they just made him like a Dark Sigma Fonk edit guy. They're like, what do women like? Patrick Bateman, right? They have to, right? I don't know. This is just like so try hard to me.
Valentine. I'm the guy who turns a quiet night into a story worth telling.
Turns a quiet night into a story worth telling. Just like an awful sentence.
Chasing sunsets, sparking conversations that stick with you. Lived enough to know what matters.
What the fuck does it mean to chase a sunset? Chasing sunsets? Yeah, that's right. I want it always to be a light outside. Wouldn't it be chasing the sunrise? I don't know. Who cares?
Still young enough to bet
Like staying up all night? That would be sunrise though, right?
it all on the next big thing. What's pulling you in right now?
What's pulling you in right now? Miserable. Should have just copied one of the Love and Deep Space twinks. Oh my god. Every woman I know is jacking off to Love and Deep Space. Just take notes from that. Those guys, they care about you. Those guys remind me of like I'm just gonna give a lot away here. The like tender alpha guys from like ABO fiction that are like, ugh, I don't want to hurt you. Get away from me. You know, like that's the kind of guy they remind me of. Moving on. Okay, let's talk about Epstein some more. So we found the missing minute. This is an unbelievable headline. A mysterious orange shape was recorded ascending the stairs to where Jeffrey Epstein's cell was located the night he died. It could have been anybody. Oh my God. Okay, obviously Trump didn't do it himself, but it's so funny to be like, yeah, all we saw was this big orange blur, jovial merriment. Oh my God, it could have been the Orange Gentleman. Oh man, it's oh God. I'm telling you, this Epstein thing is not going away. Case in point, they are considering pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. Watch this.
I'm not taking anything. That's why I'm not taking anything without skepticism from anybody, especially the media, especially the government, especially the Department of Justice, and I don't care, quite frankly, who it's about, including Ghislaine Maxwell and, to a lesser extent, Jeffrey Epstein, all right?
They're doing the Jeffrey Epstein redemption arc? Did he traffic all those girls? Like, we do have evidence he did, but maybe not.
I say lesser extent. Jeffrey Epstein pleaded guilty to the sex stuff in 2008, all right? He's a dirtbag.
The sex stuff. I love it. The sex stuff, you know, trafficking young girls. You know, the sex stuff. Rape. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Monster. Does that mean Ghislaine Maxwell is? I don't think so, folks.
I actually do. Personally, I would say that I actually do think so.
That's not the way our society works. Not the way it's supposed to work at all. There is so
I think it is actually. What?
much exculpatory evidence here that nobody understands, that it looks like the government kept from the defense, which is illegal, juror misconduct, you name it. And look at what happened in that court, right? Prosecutor pointing the finger. All right, just remember this image for a moment, all right? Ghislaine Maxwell's on the left. It's COVID, right? So hardly anybody's there. And the attorney, the government attorney, doesn't have to wear a mask, pointing her finger right there at Maxwell.
Yeah. For all the sex crimes she did. I'm telling you, they're going to pardon her. They were asking Trump the other day, they're like, would you pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? And he was like, well, it's my right to do so. I could if I want. It's my right to do so. They're going to do it. She's being moved to a minimum security prison with no recording or cameras. She's either going to die in the next couple of weeks or she's going to get a pardon. And of course, we now have evidence that Trump's name was in the Epstein files and was redacted by the FBI. Big surprise there. I mean, I think we already knew that, right? I'm pretty sure we knew it. All right. But don't worry. I know what you all care about, and it's not Epstein. It's that...
There are stories that I am particularly focused on, in part just because you talk with your buddies about it. Like, I'm obsessed with the whole UFO thing.
Oh!
What's actually going on? What are those videos all about? What's actually happening? I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but we're only 6 months in. We've been very busy. That's actually the August recess is in part me going to try to dive to the bottom of the whole UFO thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Okay. Yeah, I don't think that I would... Huh. Well, I guess that the UFOs are back. I don't know. You know, it's obvious that they do this every time, you know, something like this happens. They're like, oh, but did you all forget about the UFOs? You know, not usually as naked as this, but J.D. Vance can't string together a sentence to save his life, so who knows? All right, next up. DB Grinder undercover. A drug dealer in Peru was caught by an agent dressed as a capybara. Oh. Sure. How? Good question. Look, they got a lot of it, too. Were they trying to buy while in the costume? ACAB includes capybaras. All right, quick Trump detour. Now we're back to Trump. All right, so Trump hosted a bunch of pro athletes at the White House, and here's what he said to Harrison Butker.
He's a handsome guy, by the way. It's usually not my thing, but he is a good-looking sucker.
I'd fuck you. I'd fuck you. You're very pretty. I'd fuck you. God, he's so fruity. I'm telling you, 75-year-old New York City queen. He would be so good. Instead, he had to become president. All right. Let's talk about the other thing that Trump did this week, which is fucking amazing. So, in case you haven't been paying attention to the jobs numbers, despite the implementation of a significant amount of the tariffs, the jobs numbers have looked good for the past couple of months. This month came out, and not only did they reveal that the numbers were quite bad, the last 2 months, they literally just lied. May was originally plus 144,000 jobs, now plus 19,000. June was originally 147K, now plus 14. There were huge downward revisions for the trade and transport industry. Oh! Oh, man. It is funny that for 2 months people were like, the job market looks like it's going up. I don't know why it's so hard to find work. Well, we figured out how. That's like a really cool thing to do, is just to totally lie about it. And then they asked Trump about it, and he was like, well, the other numbers were by, do you remember COVID? Biden was pumping numbers. And they were like, well, so are you pumping numbers? And he's like, well, you can't trust the numbers. It's like, well, you should be able to, right? Am I wrong? Oh, man. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's what we like to see. I don't know. My heart goes out to anyone who is looking for work right now. It is not fucking easy. I know a lot of people who are randomly out of work, and it's a nightmare getting work again, and it's going to get much worse just because as the tariffs get more implemented. You know what? I told y'all I was doing shit at the pantry today. A lot of the time when I send food to the pantry, I'll buy it in bulk at Dollar Tree, because Dollar Tree, some great deals on some very specific things. So I go to Dollar Tree probably once a week. And right now, Dollar Tree is at $1.25 to keep up with inflation. Like, inflation got so bad in like 2015 or something, they upped it to $1.25, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. They're bumping it up again. I asked the woman behind the counter, I'm like, you're bumping it up again? She's like, $1.50. I'm like, you gotta be fucking with me. She said tariffs. I'm like, I guess most of the shit they sell is cheap shit imports, but like, recession indicator. Pretty soon, fucking, they'll be able to sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards in Dollar Tree because it'll be MSRP. Ugh, not good, not good. Not good. Very bad. Imagine trying to tell my family I'm looking for a job and they say shit like, if you go there in person and ask it, and I want to die. I do like the boomers that still believe it's the way to get a job in 1983 is still the way to get a job. My parents did that all the time until finally I had them come with me. I went to like McDonald's and I was like, can I have a job? And they were like, fill out a form. And I said, I'll give it to you here. Then can we talk? And they were like, we'll schedule a time with you sometime in the next month. And I did this to my parents. I went, oh, interesting. And then they were like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize it was like that. Now, if you go and ask for a job anywhere, they direct you to their online portal. I did the same. I did a mall walk with my dad, and he just stopped pestering. It just takes one. It's just one really embarrassing 30-minute stretch where you're like, let's go to the mall. Claire's, are you hiring? No. Spencer's, are you hiring? No. Hot Topic, are you hiring? No. Fucking FYE, are you hiring? Actually, we went bankrupt. Okay, well, bye. All right, next up. I love this guy. I love this edited brainstorm art. We've got a ways to go until we have Q3 numbers, but my recession dooming is looking to be wrong for 2025. We are merely poorer, but national economic activities have resumed at levels lower than the non-tariffed counterfactual. Ah! I deserve this. This is what I get for trusting numbers. You try a little humble posting, and then it turns out you were actually probably right at your most manic phase. Oh, man. Only healthcare is really growing. Is that good? Sorry, everyone's getting sicker and older and needs care. That's the only job market that's growing. Is that good? Is that a good thing? Can an economist help me? Oh, boy. Okay, a couple more. First up, this unbelievable one. Listen to how this Fox News host pronounces authoritarianism. Now, this is an Aiden Ross moment on cable TV.
Another progressive Democrat is now running for office.
Why does she talk like that? I'm trying not to be misogynistic, but why is she like talking like that? I hate it. Fucking leave the vocal fry to the Red Scares of the world.
Another progressive Democrat is now running for office, drawing comparisons to Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani. So this is 26-year-old.
Good try on that, but that is not the word.
Kat Abigzela.
Also, good try.
She's a former journalist turned leftist influencer. She's running for Illinois' 9th Congressional District, David. She's already picked up an endorsement from California Democrat Ro Khanna, who calls her, quote, the absolute best that the Democrat Party has to offer.
You could interpret that two different ways.
I'm trying not to laugh while I read this. Okay.
I don't think she's got the muscles left to laugh.
Her campaign site, this gets better. This gets better. Her campaign site shows that she's running on anti-authoritarianism.
I mean, that's close.
That she's running on anti-authoritarianism, Democrat Party reform, no mass deportations, universal health care, and more. But listen to her when she talks about Medicaid. Watch this.
Man, this is awesome. I literally just bar for bar this.
What does a fascist mean? It means you are a far-right authorization on you on.
I think he got closer, honestly. I think he got closer. Authorization? She went what?
That she's running on anti-authoritarianism.
Anti-authoritarianism.
Ultranalytic. Oh my God! Analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and Giovanni Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life. What is an example of a fascist? Yo!
One of the best clips online. Benito Mussolini. I've never even heard of that guy. Oh man. All right, a couple more. Don't worry. If you guys think that the nation is getting worse, the solution is here. Kamala Harris has returned. So Kamala Harris did the Hillary Clinton thing where she lost to Donald Trump and then she disappeared for like months. She is back. She hopped on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert and she was like, here's what has been happening since I wrote a book. And first off, thank you, Queen. That is what we needed at this time, was a fucking book. The book is about the campaign she ran in 107 days. And, you know, I will say, short time to run a campaign. She kind of got the shit end of the stick on this one. She had to follow up like the least interesting guy of all time. She was irrevocably tied to him. And she had to throw together a presidential campaign in 3 months. That said, she did make like 47,000 mistakes. You know, it's crazy that like the left wing of the party was as amicable to her as they were. There were weeks where they were like totally doing like epic Kamala coconut tree memes. And the uncommitted movement specifically existed to tell Democrats at a time where nothing was on the line how they would vote unless she changed her position on the most unpopular thing she stood for, which was, of course, the genocide going on in Gaza. Didn't heed the warning, lost as a result. Lost for a lot of reasons, but that was, of course, one of them. So basically, she's written a book on how she lost the election.
Just over a year ago, I launched my campaign for President of the United States. 107 days, traveling the country, fighting for our future. The shortest presidential campaign in modern history.
Closely followed by her previous presidential campaigns, which crapped out pretty early.
It was intense, high stakes, and deeply personal.
And of course we lost. And, you know, the button on this conversation is that we lost and damned America to the end of the American experiment. We did lose, but we got a damn good book out of it.
For me and for so many of you. Since leaving office, I've spent a lot of time reflecting on those days.
Wait, is this like an If I Did It book?
Talking with my team, my family, my friends, and pulling my thoughts together.
I hope she does not still have team members on payroll. Jesus Christ.
In essence, writing a journal that is this book, 107 Days. With candor and reflection, I've written a behind-the-scenes account of that journey. I believe there's value in sharing what I saw, what I learned, and what I know it will take to move forward.
Unless this thing starts with Chapter 1, Migrating Towards the Center. Chapter 2, Buying a Gun and Moving Leftward. I really don't want to listen to it, I think.
In writing this book, one truth kept coming back to me. Sometimes, the fight takes a while.
Yeah.
But I remain full of hope, and I remain clear-eyed. I will never stop fighting to make our country reflect the very best of its ideals.
She's going to run again. Oh my God, she's going to run again. She's going to run again. I can't believe it. She's going to run again. Holy shit. She's going to run again. There's no fucking way.
Always on behalf of the people. So thank you for being in this fight with me. I am forever grateful.
Oh my God.
wait
Is the
for you to
forward
read
by
this,
Dick Cheney?
I'll see you out there.
Oh, I hope you don't. Oh my God. It's crazy. I think if you lose an election to Donald Trump, like this is okay, I've long said this. I think there should be stakes involved in the presidential campaign. If you lose a presidential campaign, you should have to go to prison for life. Like that's what it should be. Either you rule the most wealthy country in the history of time, or you go to prison for life. If you lose, you go to prison for life. Add some fucking stakes to this. I can't have the same 10 people running every year. That's not going to do it. We need fresh blood. So you got to really want it. You got to be willing to risk life in prison. Oh my God. Especially if you lose to Trump. What are we going to get from you sticking around anymore? I don't know. I want to come down harder on Kamala, and she fucked up so much. She was put in the worst possible position by a group of manipulative, ghoulish freaks that run the party. You know, she was the fall guy. She still made a bunch of awful decisions that cost her the election, but I don't want to hear from the fucking patsy. You know, I don't want to hear from the guy that they set up to take the fall for, 15 years of ignoring their constituents. I don't know. MBT 2028. Do you know how easy it would be to knock me out? It'd be like, all right, here's 10 years of clips of him saying the government should be dissolved. Next. You know who actually would be really good in public office, and she'll never do it, but that's why she would be good, is Jillian. Jillian would be really, really good in public office. But she doesn't want it. That's the important part, is that the most important thing for a public servant is that they don't want it. The people who want power through public service, they are unrepentant freaks who consistently do the worst possible job. The people who are forced into the job, great stuff. You know what, actually? Maybe we should view this like conscription. We all just pick the guy we hate the most and we go, do it. And they go, fuck. Ugh. Say what you will about the lady in the lake. I get it. Maybe broads dealing out swords is a pretty reasonable mechanism to determine who the king is. All right, let's talk about this Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. So, the Las Vegas Sphere hosted a Wizard of Oz viewing event in which they had the Wizard of Oz playing on the Sphere. Now, you might think to yourself, this is going to suck because the Sphere is 10 billion by 10 billion and the Wizard of Oz was filmed in functionally 360p, right? Well, they said, no, we have not only upscaled it using AI, we have expanded it to fill the entirety of the Sphere using AI. And I'm sorry, this looks like fucking dog shit, dude. This looks, it's like, what if the beautiful shot composition of one of the best filmed and edited movies of all time was ruined by a Windows XP background living in it? There's a video of this too that's just unthinkable. The screenshots for Wizard of Oz at the Sphere don't do justice to how terrible it looks in motion. It looks like you're watching how this is edited to get to a Neil Breen-ass background is so much worse than what you're picturing in your head. Check this out.
That's funny. Wasn't he pointing the other way?
Of course, people do go both ways.
Oh my god.
Why, you did say something.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh, it just looks awful. At minimum, this has been something that people have had a lot of time, like, having fun, making fun of. I really like this one. Wizard of Oz at the Sphere looks so good. Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. Incredible, incredible. Let me see if I can find the one I really liked. I'm going to find it. Damn. But there's a ton of good ones. Star Wars at the Sphere. Oh man, the Truman Show at the Sphere. One's good. Man. This is Unforgiven. Beautiful, beautiful movie. This is Unforgiven at the Sphere. Oh, man. Saving Private Ryan at the Sphere. Just a lot of fun people got to have riffing on this. I don't know. I guess I have to ask. Like with almost all AI advancements, who asked for this? Legitimately, like who demanded this to happen? Who said this is going to be a fantastic use of time and resources? People are going to love watching it. It just looks awful. It looks so bad. Oh, here's my favorite. I did find it. The Searchers at the Sphere. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Let's go. Let's go. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly at the Sphere. Oh, man. Oh. All right. Thus ends Freax. All right. I'm going to take a piss. Then we're going to do Prague. Oy, oy, oy. And I gotta say, there are a few weeks when things seem like they're getting better, but there are just so many where things are getting worse. I don't know if I'd have to talk to my family about this. I think this is something that they would have specific insight about. But I wonder if everyone's always felt this way, that things are on a whole getting worse. Surely not. But then again, it's possible.